Hi. So one of my viewers shared a channel of Peniel Ngonde. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's a different name. Anyway, I got on the channel and I'm gonna watch his videos because some of you are hey, here's a channel, check out some stuff, share your thoughts. Sure. So I do that and I look at the videos uploaded and everyone have their own taste. It's easy to use clickbait and stuff. And I see oh, animation, awesome, I like anime. And the title of kids watch cartoons and go to hell. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. Click. So robot voice, it's like you go to Google Translate or something and ask Google to pronounce it and stuff. So cool, let's do that. And no judging, everyone have their own way of presenting material. I have a really hard time getting on YouTube and talking, and some people don't like when I talk really fast or they don't like when I talk really slow. Anyway, that's not the thing. So it doesn't matter what a person is, the way he's presenting material and stuff. But I go on this YouTube channel and then I watch this video about kids going to hell for watching cartoons. And there's a story about kids watching Pokemons, watching Simpsons, watching Ben 10 and Dragon Ball and tons of different shows and cartoons and animes, and they end up in hell. Or it's they will end up in hell. And I'm like, whoa, I don't really agree to this. And let me share why. So the thing is, I believe that after we die, it all depends on our belief system. When you die, it's not like you will see the white light. It's not like you will become betrayed by archons and you will get messed with them. It's not like you will get tons of things. What happens is that it all depends on what you believe in before you die. So all your life, you hear about Christians, and you grow up as a Christian. And they tell you, hey, look, you have to listen to God. Here are 10 God commands. You have to listen to them and do all that. If you ever do something wrong, you will go to hell. That's it. If you think something bad about your mom, if you think something bad about a stranger, you will go to hell. Tons of reasons why you can go to hell. And the person lives there 80 years, 90 years believing in God and believing that if they ever do something bad, they will go to hell. In the video it says because anime and cartoons and stuff, they have programming, they show hell, they show different stuff, and because of watching that stuff, you will go to hell. Now here's the thing. You don't go to hell because of watching certain things. You go to hell because you believe in certain things. Not because you saw it. Just because you saw a beat up person, just because you saw a homeless man, doesn't mean that you're going to become one. But if you believe that you can become one, then you will. And so, here's the thing. Animes, cartoons, games, movies, when you look at it, today's world, we have a 25th frame. We have people who need good ratings, who need good money, who need to profit from that stuff, because who's making that stuff for free? Not nowadays. Unless you're sort of beginner and you have to get your name, but still you want to make money from that. So, you need to get name. And if there are big companies making money from that stuff, if it's Hollywood making that stuff, if it's someone big corporations, big Disney World and stuff, woo, Disney is so awesome, they have Lion King and stuff, woo, good stuff. Well, we have people connected to the elite, we have people connected to those who use satanic rituals, who actually consume children, who actually use pedophilia, abuse kids, rape them and stuff. We have popes and priests abusing people and kids. Ain't that nice? A kid goes to the church and gets abused by a priest. Oh, but Lord save him. He's gonna go to hell for that because he was not good to the priest that was fucking him. Now, there's tons of things with God and the way to put it, but I just don't like the way they put it, hey, if you watch cartoons and stuff, you'll go to hell. Not in my world. I might be completely wrong about it, but let me share my thoughts. They can put tons of things. They can put killing in movies, they can put all the shootings and sex scenes and stuff like that, and it's all fine because people love to be entertained. But the thing is, they can also put messages in the background where you can get programmed. Which is why in a lot of today's world, even when we buy stuff, here it is, I have a bottle of water. This is my mineral water, I like it. And marketing. You can buy a bottle. Who's gonna buy a bottle? Like, there's a tree called baobab, I think. It's a really bottle-like fat-looking thing. It's like ice cream. It collects lots of water and stuff. Awesome. But a lot of people now, they're like pushing, like, hey, be slim, be trim, like, you have to be like a model and stuff. And now we have products, like, it's barely there, but you see, it gets thinner here, like, it's a little bit thinner. And for the eyes, like, oh, it's like, subconsciously, it's like, I'm gonna be trim and slim, woo, you get it. So you buy, like, lots of products and stuff, and it's all slim and trim and nicely stuff. Like, my shirt is cool, woo, like, it's all good. And you watch movies and stuff, they have 25th frame. 25th. Like, humans, I believe that they can see 25, 24 frames per second, but they can put like 60 frames. They can put more frames. So what happens is you're watching a movie, you're watching an anime, you're watching a cartoon and stuff. It's probably not that visible in cartoon and anime, but it's so easy to put something in the background. Like, I can have an Illuminati high hour there, and I'm making a video, like, I'm hitting it, and like, for a second there, I reveal the eye, and like, I unlocked it, and your eye catches it. Subconsciously, like, you might not register it, but subconsciously it's there. So you watch cartoons, you watch anime, you watch movies, you read books and stuff, you watch music videos, and music videos, whoa, they put a lot of stuff in there. Like, you need to get attention and stuff, you need to make money from that stuff. So, you're gonna shove tons of stuff down your throat. You watch, like, Disney videos, Disney movies, oh, they have all these, like, sort of satanic signs, like 666, and boners poking stuff, and like, cool, like, we have Dora, who's they call, like, I don't know, like, look at the Family Guy character design. They all look like they have penis up their face. Like, what's up with that? So it's like, it's weird stuff. But just because you see that, it doesn't mean that you will go to hell, that you will suffer, that you will die, and like, you will be forever there. No. Kids can easily get programmed. And not just kids. It's not just kids, people. Everyone can get programmed. If you are not aware, if you don't know what's that stuff, and you're just watching brainless, like, I'm not, like, digesting information, who does that? Of course, people that are not aware of information, people that are not aware of, like, knowledge, and then, like, stuff that they cannot read between the lines, they can get brainwashed. If you're eating Kellogg's, you like Kellogg's Cheerios or something, good, you're eating food that will make you not fertile. Read up. Kellogg's has GMO that kills fertility. Good for you. Feed your kids that. See how they burn in hell then. I don't know. Coming back to the subject. Corporations, Disney, Hollywood, like, there are tons of people out there who will put information, who will draw things in a way, who will make things in a way where they can put the sort of programming. They're programming people to act certain ways, to accept certain things, to be okay with that. And, you watch show and, like, it's just, like, it just happens. Like, there's a dick there, there's 666, like, satanic rituals there's a pedophilia, there's Illuminati, tons of things happening in the background. You're watching, you're engaged in a story, or something's funny happening, cool. Your brain catches it all. You might not be aware of it because your focus, your filter on what you're watching is here. Your brain catches all of that. Subconsciously, it's there. So it's easy to program people. If you're not aware, if you're just watching stuff, it's easy to program you. But the bigger and the harsher things are people who are pushing their beliefs down their throat. If you're like, hey, if you don't wash your hands after you masturbate, you're gonna go to hell. If you don't listen to your mom, you're gonna go to hell. If you don't do what I say, you're gonna go to hell. Kid, you're gonna go to hell if you don't blah blah blah. Like, whatever. It's just spinning story, like, telling people they're gonna go to hell. Stop bullshitting them. People go wherever they believe that they can go. So if you will push hell their whole life, like, you're gonna go to hell if, tons of reasons why. And you have to be perfect little kiddo to go to heaven. But life happens. And you miss, and you sort of, maybe something happens, and you sort of say something you didn't mean to say. Maybe you sort of didn't really use your chance to help people, and you were, like, more of taking care of yourself. It's not selfish. You have to take care of yourself in this harsh world. But some people from the background are like, you don't care about us. You're gonna go to hell. You're pushing that belief down their throat. And if they end up believing that, they're gonna go to hell. It's not about how you live your life. People who are right now using pedophilia, who are sacrificing other people, who are sacrificing kids, who are eating fucking kids, using the whole adrenochrome. People who are committing massacres and massive murders and stuff, who are bombing cities, People who are creating viruses. Not a fucking little bacteria. People create viruses. Like coronavirus, it's man-made. It's not a little bat that had a disease, no. The whole like swine flu, like tons of things, man-made. Cancer, man-made. Tons of things. You think people who created that shit will go to hell? No, they won't. Because they don't believe in that shit. Which is why they keep doing that old stuff. Look at the elite. Look at who controls the world. All the corporations that run this whole show. Tons of people who do bad things. They're not gonna go to hell. They don't agree to that. They don't believe in that. It's all just a story to spin to scare people. It's a scare story. It doesn't mean that hell doesn't exist. It doesn't mean that heaven doesn't exist. Oh yes, it does. Heaven and hell does exist. But you can go there only if you believe in that stuff. Only if you want to. If you love your God, good. If you have a belief that there is no other gods, just mine, whatever. It's your life. If you believe that you've messed up sometime and you're gonna go to hell, you will. Because it's your belief controlling it all. So people who follow Bible and stuff, they're gonna go to heaven because they believe in that. People who believe that they messed up somewhere in life and they're gonna go to hell, they will go to hell. Unless you change your beliefs. And some people, Akvila, how do you know it all? You can tell me anything. Look, I'm no pro, but I get out of body. What is that? It's like death. You close your eyes, your soul leaves, your consciousness leaves, and you can explore the multiverse. And some people can astral project, but astral projection is not getting out of body. In out of body, there's a whole multiverse to explore. In the whole multiverse, there's the astral level. It doesn't mean that when you go astral level, you go into a specific place. There are tons of other levels to visit. So out of body can cover all of it. When you do that, I've talked to people who passed away from Earth. I've talked to my great-grandfather. I talked to Roddy Piper. I talked to lots of people who passed away. And I've listened to different stories. And they all had different stories to tell, but my conclusion after it all was that you go where you believe you will go after you drop dead. Some people believe that they will see archons. Some people believe that they will be sucked up by the white light. Some people believe that they will go to the white light and go to heaven. Some people believe that they will go to hell, purgatory, different places. And all of them went where they believed they will go. All of that. So, you might believe story oh my god, white light, it's gonna suck me out, there's no escape, how do I do? You're afraid. And that's the whole story. Elite. People that are trying to mess you up. People that trapped you here. Beings. Whatever you call them. That's what they want. They want us to live in fear. They want us to be scared. They want to cause chaos because when we are afraid, we're acting on a level where we're not thinking properly. We're not thinking logically, we're not thinking straight. We think of tons of shit, and that's when they can control us. So it's easy to spin a story oh, you've been bad. Karma. You have to do what's right. And if you do something bad, you will karma will be a bitch and they'll kick your ass when you do something bad. No, it won't. It won't. You believe in that stuff and it will happen. And if you believe that if you mess up and something bad will happen to you, if you did something bad, something will happen to you, that will happen. But those who are pedophiles, Epstein, didn't kill himself. Epstein, when he dies, because he didn't kill himself, he's a fucking pedophile, and I have no respect for that guy, nor anyone who was invited to that island to fool around with kids and girls underage. Victoria's Secret, oh my god, amazing models, looking cute, all this stuff. Fuck that shit. Girls up to 5-year-old are on Epstein's Island from Victoria's Secret. Modeling, looking cute and nice, boobs and stuff, cool. Ends up on Epstein Island being raped. You want that? There are parents who consciously sell out their kids. Consciously, willingly sell out their kids. You go to Hollywood, and people are like, oh look, your kid, now they can get a big role. You can get some money from that. But there's a deal. We're gonna fuck your kid. And parents are like, they're gonna fuck her kid. But there's a lot of money for that. It's okay. Sure. Kids get fucked. Parents are okay with it. Parents sometimes know that their kids get raped, and they're fine with it because they're getting paid. Consciously giving away their kids. Is that right? No. Are they gonna go to hell? No, because they don't really believe in that. Unless they do, then they will. But people who consciously, go for that, all this stuff, doing tons of bad things, and they don't believe in hell, and they know that, once they drop dead, they're gonna be free, and they can come back and take a big role, and, do all this stuff again, they will do that. There is no end to that, there is no trap, they're just all there to control and kill and dominate, and, look at that stuff. It's so funny, because when you look at this whole game, if you choose to play for the side of the elite, if you choose to be a bad person on dual terms, duality, right and wrong and stuff, people who are working for the elite, people who are doing bad stuff, people who are into killing, stealing and tons of stuff, once you choose a sort of bad lifestyle here on Earth, life gets easier for you. All of a sudden, things go the right way, things succeed, and I've been working with a lot of people. I've been working with people who are actually millionaires, who actually make a lot of money, and they tell me, look, if I stop doing this job or I make my millions, my life's gonna be fucked. There is no other way you can make money. There's no other way you can succeed. If I choose to do what's not right, do stuff that actually harms other people, it's easy as fuck, it's gonna go smooth, and I'm gonna make tons of money. And my life will be, putting cherries on the cake. That easy and fun. And some people, hey, okay, I'm gonna be a nice person. I love myself. I love others. I want to be nice. I want to give a lot to people. I want to make it right. And, God is loving. God is in all of us. I am God. You are God. However you believe that stuff. But then people choose the nice side, the good side. And they're going to do right stuff. They might be altruistic. They might be giving. They might be kind. Whatever. But all of a sudden, life gets harder. All of a sudden, it's hard to get a job. There are tons of issues in your life. You get sick. People you love dying and stuff. Tons of things. Why? Why is that? Why is it so easy to be bad and be successful, and so hard to be good and be successful? It's just it's like a rule of this realm. All the bad guys can get away with stuff, but all the good people who are trying to make it hard, who are really trying to make it good, it's really hard. It's difficult. So that being said, I'm watching the video of a story that kids go to hell after they watch cartoons. I don't believe in that stuff. I might be wrong, but I'm just sharing my points of view. I'm just sharing my beliefs. And I think it's mainly, it all depends on what you believe in. If there are groups, religion, cool, whatever. The thing is, it's more nowadays, even though religion might be helpful, even though they're what you believe in is all up to you. What kind of God you believe in is all up to you. There is no judging. And there's lots of ways to put it. God can be you. You're God, you are the consciousness, the awareness, the kingdom of heaven is your imagination. However you put the story. You can spin it 10,000 ways. It's all good. But be sure that what you believe in doesn't trap you. Be sure that what you believe in is not used to manipulate you, not control you. Be sure that you're doing it willingly because you know it's good for you. And that's my message. Me, it's easy for me to talk. I'm not a religious person. I don't have a God because I know that I'm a God. You're a God, and everyone else here is a God, and we can do tons of things. There's no traps. This body is just a vessel. I am infinite consciousness. I can do whatever. I can come here, I can get out, I can do tons of things, create planets, create multiverses, create anything. And here's another thing. I've met and talked to people who get out of body, who have lucid dreams, who go astral projections, and some of them meet characters that are from different worlds. Meet characters like Goku, Pikachu, and tons Edward from Full Metal Alchemist, tons of shows and stuff. And it's not just cartoons, it's not just anime. You can meet people from movies and stuff. And when you're out of body, you can do all that. People who did that had no experiences of hell, had no experiences of anything harsh. A bigger thing is not your thing with watching a show, but your lifestyle. If you you can watch a show, and the bigger thing will be not what you're watching, but what you're doing with watching. Are you eating chips and drinking Coke and beers? Oh yeah, I'm just relaxing and stuff, and you can do all that for a year or two, but you're harming yourself, your body, and it can last. It has certain limits. It can last that long, but the more you mess with yourself, the more you put dark stuff. Your body is like a pot. And you can drop like veggies and fruits and whatever, and like, oh, good, healthy. But you can pour like, toxic stuff, which is like, GMO stuff, like, alcohol, drugs, whatever, tons of things. And, kids don't do drugs. So kids do GMO stuff. Kids eat sugar, kids eat like all these cereal and stuff. Do you ever like read up who's like Monsanto, what do they have and stuff, how it affects your body? Because a lot of times all this food will drop our vibrational level, and if you can imagine, every person has a shield. You look at the apple, slice an apple in half. This apple has a certain energy, sort of like not energy, but sort of it looks like like it goes that way, it goes that and that way. So this apple, like, you can imagine a certain way. If we have humans have a certain energy as well around us, and this energy protects anything from coming in and anything from getting out. If you harm your energy, and you can do it by yourself with like living around toxic environment, living around toxic and bad people who are really negative, who are pushing down their beliefs and trying to control you and mess with you, and people who eat unhealthy or like really mess up their body chemically, tons of things can happen. But you drop your vibrational level from normal to low, your energy dies out, and that's when you can get entities. That's when you can literally have bad beings come over and mess with you. You might not see them, you might not feel them, but what happens is all of a sudden your life goes kind of, and all of a sudden you have more issues, you might have more problems, you become more emotionally overreacting. And you get anxious and scared and angry and rageful and hateful, depressed, sad, tons of things can happen. But what happens is that your emotional tone is negative. And you're not enjoying life. You're suffering. You're not liking it. And it's harsh. It's because now someone else is there and they can talk and you are intuitive, so you pick up on their thoughts. And you might have a clear mind, you might have quiet mind, but those beings that are talking are there and chit-chatting and they're negative. You pick up on them and you think it's you thinking. And they talk to each other and you think it's your chatter inside. And now all these entities dressing with you and they're literally baiting. They're fishing. They're dropping you a bait. And if you grab the bait, so you're gonna eat that bait. And basically what happens, they're pulling you and they're controlling you. So they can get you affected in these life situations where they're messing with people around you. They're messing with you, how you react. They're causing you to do certain things. They mess you over. And you get really depressed. So it's not watching the show, but it's how you are. It's your vibrational level. It's how you live your life. It's the being that mess with you. And if you give in, if you have your belief affecting all that, and hey, maybe the whole thing about entities is my belief. But then there's a lot of people who experience the same stuff, and another thing, people can see those entities, people can feel them and stuff. Doesn't matter. So make sure that you live your life in the way that is good for you, that's helping you, that's serving you, that's not controlling you and not suppressing you, but helping you to be free, to be all that you can be. If your beliefs, if your religion, if your God helps you to do that, great. If somehow you become told about reincarnation, karma, and how you're going to be controlled and how you're going to be messed up, try to question this stuff. See if it's good for you. See if you're going to like it. But that's my story. I really like watching that, what was the channel? Peniel Ngonde. Peniel Ngonde. One of the videos where people watch cartoons, animes and stuff, and it doesn't have to be that. You can literally put the book oh, people who read books are gonna go to hell. It's all about beliefs. It's all about what people are pushing, and that's the whole thing about religions. It's easier to control a group, and it depends who's running the show. It depends who's doing it all, and it's too easy. My hair's getting in the way, but so. Anyway, it's too easy to control people just by their beliefs, and if you're really buying it, if you're buying that oh, if my kid doesn't do that, they're gonna go to hell, that's what's gonna happen. So stop pushing your beliefs down someone else's throat. Let people choose what they want to believe. Question your beliefs. Question your own reality and stuff. You might find the answers. So, I'm just trying to help people to realize that you don't have to follow someone else's rule and go to hell, or oh, scary story is gonna happen. Fuck, how do I avoid it? Here's your witness. Don't believe in that stuff. And I believe that whatever you believe is gonna happen. So this literally what you choose is gonna affect your life. And if you don't follow the hell stuff just because you did something, you're not gonna go there. And I really don't believe that elite and people who are really bad at this life, who are like doing tons of bad stuff, killing people, to like, you know, pedophiles and stuff, they're really not gonna go to hell. They're not gonna burn in hell. There's no thing like, you know, karma will get them. No, it's all just a lie to make us sort of easier to control and make sure that they can do all the stuff because they know it's not working, so why bother? And like, well, while we're following the rules, trying to be really nice, they have it easy to crush us and to control us. Well, they're like free and doing whatever they want. So anyway, these are my thoughts. I might be completely wrong. Please share your thoughts. Share your thoughts, like, you know, what do you think will happen if people watch cartoons or they go to hell? And, you know, what happens after death and stuff. So these are my thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye.